So you need to get your business online. And the best way to do that is by having a website. But let's be real, the idea of creating a website can be daunting and overwhelming. Well, in the HBA Funnel Builder review that I'm going to do for you today, I'm going to show you just how simple it can be. And you don't have to worry about spending thousands of dollars hiring a website developer or a website designer, or taking months and months on end to create it yourself, because I got some little cheat tips for you. So you just stick with me and you'll be able to build you a professional looking website in less time and cost you less money. Here's the deal. When you first start out, you need to get traction and leads as from anywhere possible, right? As fast as possible. Okay, so that means you're going to do your thing online, but you're also going to be doing your thing offline. All right, because you need to hit it from both ways. But here lies a problem. Let's take social media. Everybody loves social media, right? All right, so let's say you're doing Facebook. You're doing like Facebook Reels. Here's the problem. You might do a Facebook Reel on Monday. Let's say you don't have a website, right? Well, by the end of Monday, that Facebook Reel is going to be down in the algorithm. That means less and less people are going to be able to see it. That's just the way it is. That's just how Facebook does. Actually, that's how a lot of these social media does. They push your junk all the way down. So now it's like, well, damn, a person, you did it at 4 o'clock, 12 noon, right? Or Monday, 12 noon. All right. But by the time it's 7 p.m. on Monday, the people now getting online didn't get a chance to see what you had going on. All right. Well, check this out. Or they happen to see it and they forgot. They forgot what you said. I mean, come on, people's attention spans is real, real small. But check this out. It would be different if you had your website. Two things. Had your website, you're doing your Facebook Reel, and in your Facebook Reel, you point people to your web address. Let's say you have an auto repair shop and it's Jay's Auto Repair. Well, let's say you have a coaching business. It's CoachDisMarketing.com. That's me, baby. Let's say you have a network marketing business and your web address is getpaidliked.com. So it doesn't really matter what type of business you have. Let's say you have that web address and you can say that inside of that video, right? And what happened is the person who's watching that video, boom, they got your web address. They're able to go ahead and click your link right then. Even if they're not watching your full video right then, even if they look at the website for a minute and have to come back. But guess what? The website is now going to be up on their computer or their laptop, tablet, phone, whatever it is, right? Now they have your website, but they come back and they don't see your video again, but they got your website. Not only that, when you use these social media channels like Facebook, for example, right? Guess what you have up in the top of your profile? You're able to have a link, which is going to be your website link. So that way, even the person who misses your videos totally, you're going to have the web address that they can go to and check out everything right there on your profile. All right. Now that's going to allow people to be able to see a lot more than what they can see in the little 30-second or 60-second clip. They're going to be able to see how professional you are because they're judging you by what they can see, right? They're judging like, oh, this person has a website, is good to go. They're being able to see what other services you offer, because maybe in the video you only talked about one service, because heck, how many things can you talk about in 30 seconds, right? But on the website, it's talking about a lot of services. It's talking about all of your services. It's talking about when you're open. And it allows them to be able to book an appointment with you. All of this stuff is geared around it being easier for someone to do what? Do business with you. And what does that mean for you? Mo chatter, yeah. Oh, and remember I said that you want to be seen online and offline. I'm just keeping it real with you. All right. I actually run both types of businesses, online and offline, right? And yeah, I talk about them both interchangeably, right? For example, if you have a business, a service business that's offline, but you're on Facebook talking about it, well, guess what? When you go out into the world, right? You're going out to the grocery store. As a matter of fact, I did a video showing you guys. Yeah. I did a video showing you guys where I was actually out at the grocery store in line, and one of the cashiers asked me what I do, right? She saw my shirt, but she couldn't really make out what it was saying that I do. She said, well, what do you do? Or maybe she was just having a conversation. I don't know. But anyway, I told her what I do, right? I said, one of the things I do is I recycle cars. She said, oh, you do? Do you now? Yeah. So long story short, it's not really a long story. I gave her a business card. It had my web address on it. It had my phone number on it, right? She was able to go to the web address, see that I was official, right? Boom. Guess what? Guess what happened? Y'all already know what happened, bro. Her husband made the appointment with me. Within 7 days, they made the appointment. Boom, transaction, more money, more money. So this is why you want to hit it from both ways, but you need a website to be able to do that because that's going to increase your credibility off gate. Persons don't have to wonder about what services you offer. They don't have to wonder about what areas you cover. They don't have to wonder about how to contact you. They don't have to worry about, oh man, I'm not getting on Facebook today. Dude, they got your website. You gave it to them. So now the only thing is consider is how to be able to make that website faster for you without the tech overwhelm. So that's why I'm letting you in on these 3 hidden features inside of the HBA Funnel Builder to do that for you, be able to allow you to do this faster. And guys, you want to stick around to the end because that last feature is one that I haven't seen on other builders that I've used, and I've tried other builders, right? So you definitely want to stay tuned to that because that's a game changer. So let's get into it. All right, so this first feature I'm going to show you is how you can actually be able to see how your website's going to look on not just the desktop, but also the mobile version and the tablet version. Because here's the deal. As you're creating your website, right? Yes, you're going to start on the desktop mode to create everything, but as you get going, you want to make sure that things are looking the exact way that you want them to look on all 3 versions. That means that the desktop, the mobile, and the tablet. And not everybody owns all 3. You know, like, yeah, a desktop is just like a laptop, right? Okay, cool. You probably have that. And you probably have a phone. So you probably have the mobile down pat. But I'll be honest, it was only like maybe 2 years ago that I even bought a tablet because I wasn't using the tablet, okay, before then. So you may not even own a tablet. Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about trying to resize windows to make sure everything looks right. Because the last thing that you want to have happen is that, and I've seen this on a lot of sites. Yes, I've seen this on a lot of sites where the desktop version, like you just find somebody's website, everything looks good and everything, but boom, you look at it from your cell phone and you like, why is that line on top of that line? That doesn't make sense. You know, or there's like this big, gigantic amount of space in between the sections, right? Because the person just didn't, either they didn't have the ability to, which is possible, right? Or they didn't take the time to look and make sure it was going to look presentable on all 3 versions, the desktop, the mobile, and the tablet. All right. Now you could take all, those extra minutes or hours, flipping back through or going by your tablet, whatever you want to do, or you can just really take advantage of that feature inside of the HBA Funnel Builder. And I'm going to show you how. It's really simple. So what you're seeing here on my screen is actually a website template that I created. And yes, of course, guys, when you sign up with the HBA Funnel Builder with me at my link below, you have access to all of my personal templates as well as over 100 templates from the company. All right. But this is one I did for a auto repair shop, right? That they can use as a template. And the way that I check it is I go down right here. Okay. Let me move this out the way. All right. Go down here in the corner and you'll see where I can look at the desktop view, the mobile view, and a tablet view and a mobile view. So we go here to where it says website preview, this little eye to the left. Click that. All right, and you see those same signs up here for the desktop, the tablet, and the mobile view. So all we're going to do is we're going to toggle between those. All right, so first you'll start off on the desktop view. You scroll down, you're making sure that everything is lined up. And of course, I've already done this for this site. This is one that you actually can check out on my portfolio that I put down below that shows you some of the templates that I've made and that I'm continuing to create for you guys. And you can get that template absolutely free. All right, so let's go down and I'm just checking it out and make sure it looks the way that I wanted it to look on desktop. Then all I have to do is toggle. All right, so this cool feature allows me to toggle over to tablet view. I don't have to run and go find my tablet or buy a tablet if I don't have one, right? And I don't have to wonder how it's going to look, okay? I can go right here, check it out. Boom, it's like, okay, everything is aligned. I don't see, anything crazy out of whack, right? And because I don't know about you, but when I'm building these websites, I do like to have symmetry. Why? It's not about trying to make the fanciest website. It's about making the most useful website. When a customer comes to your website, okay, I don't care what service you have, your customer comes to your website, they don't want to have their eyes going all over the place, right? Just to find out what you're talking about on your site. They'll leave. You don't want that. All right. People are used to symmetry, so don't go rogue over there, right? Keep it the same. All right, cool. All right. Then the next thing, I'm able to see the mobile version right here. Boom. All right. With the click of a button. Now I'm able to see the mobile version. I don't have to worry about going to get my cell phone because maybe you're obviously you're working on this from your desktop, right? But you might not have your cell phone next to you. You might have your cell phone in the room or downstairs, right? Or maybe you left it in the car, right? So you don't have to worry about using extensions or anything else or trying to resize windows. Boom, it's already built in to the funnel builder. You scroll down, and again, you're just making sure things look right the way that you want. Because yes, with the HBA funnel builder, we do have the ability to edit the mobile version, if it's something that we want to change to the mobile version and not the desktop version. And of course, we're going to be doing that on other videos because I'm going to be showing you guys a lot of these reviews, okay? Because I'm really loving working with this builder. So we just check it out real quick. All right, things are looking the way that I want them to look. So basically in a matter of like 3 seconds, okay, we were able to make sure that everything on our site looks good on all 3 views just using this toggle feature. And to get out of it, you go ahead up here to the right, hit the X, and boom, we're back here in the inside of the builder. Now, let's move on to feature number 2. And this is something that I'm really glad we have inside of the funnel builder. We have the ability to have pre-built sections. Because yes, now when I make sites, I like to have some uniqueness to it, but at the same time, I don't want to have to make every single section from scratch, especially if it's common sections, right? And some sections are just common for a website. No matter what type of website you have, they're just common to see. Like, for example, like having a header section is just something that's common to see. Whenever you go to a website, it'll have a header section. So wouldn't it be cool if you have some of these sections that are pre-built so you don't have to start from scratch? Well, yeah, it would be. All right. And you can get that inside of the HBA Funnel Builder. Let me show you how real quick. All right. So we just go here. And this is just a copy of my template. All right. So I can mess this one up, right? I can play with it a little bit, right, on this video. So we're going to go up here to add a block. And then these are some of the categories of the pre-built sections that HBA has. All right. It has HBA FTC disclaimer, HBA testimonials for. This is if, like, for example, if you are promoting HBA. Go on, headers. Headers, this is where you're going to have like your menu bars, your menu navigations, right? I actually use one of these on mine, right? This is where you're going to have that. But let's get down to the hero section. All right. This is where you can have a hero section. And as you can see, this is where you could put that big old picture, right? Like this. And it's different ones that you can have, right? I just have a regular picture. All right. That's just what I chose to do. But you can have any one of these. So like, let's say if we chose this one. All right. But also you see these other categories over here. Like you have, before we choose one, I just wanted to show you these other ones real quick. You have a footer section, right? So the footer's already made. You don't have to worry about lining anything up. Let me show you this one, as a matter of fact. Let me show you the footer section. Because a footer section, if you have to do it from scratch yourself, right, then it's going to be a little difficult trying to line stuff up. You got to think more. So it's going to take you a little bit longer, right? The builder is going to do it. But, do you want to take the time to do it? So let's say I chose this one right here, right? And I'm just putting it up here just so we can see. As you see, these are perfectly lined up. So all I would have to do is go ahead and edit anything that I wanted to edit. All right, now obviously the footer section will be at the bottom, so it would have things like your different navigation links like home, about us, career, our work, contact us, and everything. And of course, if I just wanted to change something out, like over here, it has your address. So it has the perfect spacing for these things already, right? You don't have to worry about trying to drag menus across, and I could just go ahead and edit. Let's say if I wanted to say my address was 4011 Trooper Street, right? And let's say I want to say it was in, let's say I want to change out this, I want to say it was Raleigh, North Carolina, 27701. All right, that's a fictitious address, but you get the point, right? All right, how quick it was to edit and everything would be good to go, all because I was able to use that pre-built feature, okay? And then let me show you another one real quick. Go ahead and hit save, right? Now, obviously, we're not going to keep it, but we just went ahead and hit save. And let's go ahead and add another one real quick. All right, so let's go up here and hit add a block again. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let's make sure we add a block here. All right, add a block here. And let's say we wanted to add that hero section. All right, so let's go ahead and choose one of those hero sections. Boom. I like this one. I like this one right here. All right. I like this one. All right. Boom. Here's the hero section, and I can just change it out with whatever my headline is. So let's say if this is an auto repair shop, I could say expert auto repair services, right? If that's the business, okay, yeah, you would proofread your stuff, right? All right, and anything I didn't want, I didn't have to have. Like, let's say this little separator right here, I could click on it, hit the trash can, take it off, boom, it's gone. And I definitely would have a call to action button, right, on my hero section. You definitely do. Okay, that's called above the fold. You want that. All right, but I could change the way that button looks. It's like, man, I don't want a square button, right? I could just go ahead and click the button, hit styling. I could change the color of the button. I could say maybe I want something like a blue button. Maybe that's what I want, right? I could change, everything about the button. I could change the radius, right? Because now it's a square button, but sometimes I like to use a little bit rounded buttons, okay? All right, so all of these things you could change inside of here, but the idea is you didn't have to start from scratch. All right, this saves a ton of time. All right, imagine if you just had to create this header by itself, line everything up perfectly. Everything is lined up perfectly in here. And let's go ahead and check it. We save it. Let's go ahead and check it real quick. So you ain't got to take my word for it, right? We go ahead and hit the see preview. All right, boom. All right, and you see it's nice and aligned. And if there's something I need to change on mobile, I could do that. But let's check it out and see how it looks on mobile. Just go into the header section. Okay, cool. This is the tablet version right here. All right, cool. All right, and let's see the mobile version. All right, for this header. Boom. Actually, that looks good. And of course, we're only talking about this section right here because that's what we put in. All right, and you see, so it's like when we use those pre-built sections, you see how they're perfectly lined up on all three areas. Now, of course, you're still going to check all three views, obviously, with the first tip I told you, right? But you see how it's way less work, okay, that you have to go through. So that way you can be able to launch your site quickly because that's the whole name of the game, right? All right, and that brings me to feature number 3. Now, I told you, this feature is one that I have not seen in other builders when I've used them, and I have used a few other builders, okay, to build websites and to build funnels. I've used both, all right, and it would have saved me a ton of time if we had this feature. And I like to call it reusable sections, all right, where you're able to copy sections and reuse them, all right, and I'm going to show you an example, all right. So let's see a section we might want to reuse. Okay, boom. This is actually one that I did reuse. Okay. So let's say I know that I'm building out my site and I know that I have, and I'm listing my services, right? I listed my services and I know I have 6 services. Okay. So I'm like, okay, cool. 6 major categories of services. And that's typical for a website. That's typical. All right. So I'm like, okay, I made the 3 here, right? But it's like, now I need to make 3 more. I would have had to go through and make these 3 more. But instead, I could just reuse this section. And let me show you what I'm talking about. When you hover over the area, you'll see it says block. Because the website, the way the builder is set up, it allows you to build websites in blocks. It actually makes it easier on your brain, if you will, right? When things are set up in blocks, because as humans, we understand block, 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 block. We understand that block building, right? Kind of like building a house. We understand that, right? So it's easy for us to navigate. So when you hover over, you say, okay, this is a block. Where's the next block? Boom, this is the next block, right? So if all I had was this block right here, as a matter of fact, let me take this one out. And I'm just going to hide it right here. All right. Yeah, that's a whole other feature. All right, this builder has a lot of features. I'm only going over 3 to save you time right now. That can save you time, but trust me, we'll be going over a lot more. So anyway, let's say you have this block and it's like, man, I need to make 3 more. Well, I already made this block. Everything is perfect. I've checked it out on my desktop version. I've checked it out on my tablet version. I've checked it out on my mobile version. Now, guess what I can do to make sure I get this block the same setup down here? Go ahead, hover over it, and you see where it says copy widget. You see that? Oh, guess what I'm about to do, baby? I'm about to copy this whole block. So watch me, watch me. Instead of making everything over, copy the block. And you saw that bounce? That's letting you know it's in there. Open it, and it's the top one. Whichever one that you click on recently, the most recent is going to be the one at the top. And you see I have some other elements already saved in there because I be building sites, baby. All right. So the point is now it's like, okay, I know I want to put this down here underneath. So I just go to it, open it, drag it. That's right. Hold it down, drag it. And you see the green line, it moves, right? That's letting me know where I want to drop it. So I want to drop it right underneath. Right there. Now you say, okay, boom. So now this is a lot faster. You say, well, D, hold on. I didn't want these other things. Well, that's okay. You just go ahead and take these out. We can just go ahead and take the items out that you don't want. All we're doing is clicking on it, hitting delete. Right? And then this one has two spacers. I'll take one of them out, click on it, hit delete. Boom. 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 Right? And then I would just edit these words to whatever I wanted them to be. Because obviously I just copied this over. So all of this comes over. Right? All the words come over. So I would just copy it over. And then I would just change out the words. And of course, in this case, it would be words like here, like transmission service. So I would just click on it, right? And start typing in what I want. But the point of the matter is, I did not have to recreate this whole section again. I was just able to use the reuse that section to make it a lot easier. And imagine if you have multiple pages on your website. Maybe you have 2 pages, 3 pages. Like typically like some people have a 1-page website, but typically the websites that I create are typically about 3 pages or so, right? They typically have more than 1 page, right? This is going to come a lot in handy a lot, right? When you're doing that. Let me show you one more section where it will be something that you would need to be able to reuse a section to save you time. Another place I did it was here. All right, where it says, why choose Jay's Auto Repair? That's just a fictitious name, okay? But I wanted to put 6 different, it's like, why choose us, right? And you'll notice that a lot of websites have a section that's like, why choose us? Why choose Jay's Auto Repair? Or, why choose D's coaching, right? Why choose D as your sponsor, right? You know what I mean? Like if you're an affiliate marketer or a network marketer, you might say, why choose D? Okay, or why choose Coach D? Anyway, they a lot of times they'll have 6 different areas for why choose us. And again, why do I want to have to repeat this all over when the section right here is already done? So let me go ahead and hide this section real quick. This section is already done. Let me go ahead and reuse it. Go over to block, hit copy. See it bounces up. See it bounces up, right? So I go over here, grab it. Remember, it's going to be the top one, right? Your most recent one. Grab it. And I put it right where I want. The green line is going to tell me where I'm putting it. So I'm going to put it right underneath, right? Boom. Now we got that section. All we have to do is edit the things out that we don't want, but we don't have to start from scratch. Because starting from scratch would mean I'll have to make sure that things are lined up and everything like that. The width of everything, the height of everything. Dude, I already know it's there. I already know the images are sized perfectly. I already know this. So we're talking about something that you could do with the click of a button in a matter of like 3 seconds versus going in and editing and adding everything over bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. It also helps with the fact that you don't have to, because it's like the more time and energy that you have to spend on actually thinking, through this versus actually doing, it makes things take longer, So if I had to make this again, I'm like, okay, I know it has 3 columns. I would need to go up here and get one of these containers, put it there, and then it's like, okay, this only has 1 column. I need to go ahead and make it into 3 columns. So of course I'll click that, go over here to 3 columns. All right, so yeah, now I made it into 3 columns, but if you could tell, the 3 columns are not the exact same size here. If you notice when I hover over, this line is coming down and it's like not the exact same size. So now I have to deal with moving this over, kind of measuring it myself, seeing, well, I could use the percentages, right? But the point is, you see how much longer it's taking me to now make sure things are lined up. Like in 2-3 seconds, I already had that part done. Like this is all before I even put in the image. I have to do this, right? Nah, when we reuse the sections, it just makes it so much easier. Like y'all already know, I'm all about working smarter, not harder. So let's just recap those 3 features, okay? We had the quick preview where we could toggle by hitting this little icon there. So we could toggle between the tablet and the desktop, the tablet, and the mobile version. Then we had the pre-built sections where we could go and just add a block and find any one of these categories, these different sections that we wanted: gallery section, menu pricing, whatever we wanted already pre-built and nicely designed and measured out for us. And then the last one, get out of here, the last one, which is one that, like I said, I haven't seen on a lot of other builders, is where we can reuse sections, right? Where we just hit hover over block, hit the copy button, that feature's up there, and we could just drag it to where we want it, right? Saves a ton of time. And that's why when people are looking for the HBA Funnel Builder review, I always tell them, look, this is the best website builder and funnel builder that you can use. It's easy, simple for any type of business owner, solopreneur, entrepreneur, doesn't matter how small or how big your business is. The HBA Funnel Builder will allow you to be able to get your website pages up in no time without the tech overwhelm. And don't worry, if you would like to get one of my templates for free, it's already done for you without paying thousands of dollars, all right, to a web designer, you'll find a link down below on how you can get that and get templates that I've made like this. Have some other templates that you'll be able to see at the link below, my portfolio, other templates that I've done as well. And other spaces, affiliate marketing. I'm always adding different pages, whether it be funnels, one-page websites, multiple page websites, whatever the case may be, for different niches, all right? Because I love dealing with this builder, but you'll be able to have access to these absolutely free, and you'll find out how down below. Now that you can clearly see why HBA, the Home Business Academy, is what you've been missing from your marketing tool belt and why you haven't been able to get the increased leads and sales that you actually deserve in your business, I'll go ahead and show you the next steps. Just click the link below this video or the first link in the description, and you'll be taken over to this bonuses page where I'll go over and explain all the bonuses in this top video here. You'll be able to see everything you'll get inside of the HBA Funnel Builder, and you just scroll down and you'll be able to see my exclusive premium bonuses worth over $10,000. As you can see, it has a value of $10,982 total value. And you'll be able to see all of these exclusive premium bonuses, but that's only when you join through my link right here on this page. As you can see, you get the premium bonus number 1, the done for you web templates, the done for you email swipes, done for you promo videos, lead magnets. You being able to leverage my bonuses as if they're your own, right? So that you can give away to people who decide to join you in HBA as well. And also the private Facebook group. Then you just want to click the button anywhere on this page that says, yes, give me access. And you're letting me know where you want me to send you access. So once you put in your details, you go ahead and click, yes, give me access. And now it'll take you over to the page here where you go ahead and sign up for the HBA Funnel Builder. You go ahead and fill out your information here. And then you'll also be able to get that 2-week free trial. Let me show you here, 2-week free trial of the premium traffic and conversions right here. So make sure that you go ahead and click this to add it to your cart. And you also have the option to get the app to keep you on course as well if you like. But definitely make sure you grab the traffic and conversions for free for 2 weeks to try it out. Because remember, when you combine the HBA Funnel Builder as your marketing tool and the premium traffic and conversions as your marketing resource, you'll have everything that you need to hit the ground running. So just click the link below, complete this sign up so that you're in, and I'll contact you so that way I can help you directly get your first website or funnel set up in your business. Because once you're a part of my team, you're never alone in business again. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell, baby, so you can be alerted the next time I come up with some content, because I'm bringing it to you every single week. Other than that, you already know what we're going to do, baby. We're going to take this ride to the top. All right. And we have